Hello all, Seriously is here, back for some more finishing Permadeath. Today we're going to do a couple of quick base tours. We're going to start off on the freighter, and we'll head over to the Platinum Press because it's finally done. Yeah, we'll say it's done. So, you might have seen a change already if we head down the corridor to the bridge. I've added some consoles in, one at an angle, well, one on each side at an angle. A couple of expanding cubes here, just for, looks. I've added a giant version of my own banner in here in the middle so that it's more symmetrical with the yellow on one side, purple on that side. And instead of yellow in the middle, we got my own red banner there. Look, I covered it up. Getting it in straight was not the easiest. If we take a peek around the corner here, you can see that it's, oh, well, those banners get in the way. Or pillars, whatever. It's fairly straight up and down. That was tricky. Because putting it in on that piece puts it in at an angle. The terminals were here last time. That hasn't changed. Anything else change in here? I don't think so. I think that was it. Just the bridge banner. And, oh, no, one over thing over here. This terminal here, I added these robotic arms to because this thing was just floating in the air and I couldn't put a stand underneath holding it up. So it's being held from above. Alright, so got those on the walls here. We saw, what else have we done? Didn't do anything with these. Those labels have already all been there. Yeah, I added some stuff into all the little cubby holes along the way. These walls here tend to have cutouts like this one here, where it's a little bit deep, and you can put stuff into them. So I've done that in all of them. Weapons here and on the other side. Now, I've figured out something on the other side and I haven't done it here yet. Let's do that on camera. Let's go take a peek at the other side and see the difference. We just saw that one. Let's take a look at this one. I think that looks a lot cooler. Like there's a little bit of a void in behind it that's lit up red. Maybe it's got heat. Maybe that's what it's pumping. Who knows? But it's different. It looks different than the background wall, so it gives it a bit of dimension. So let's do that, and we do that with decals. However, this item is already in. Let's go into build camera because we don't want my character getting in the way here. Decoration, decal. I've already picked the right color if we're going to use these numbers. That's what I used on the other side. We can shrink these down so that they are the right size to fit in here. So I've shrunk it and it won't go on to the black parts up here. If I put it here though, you can see that it's going onto the slats of the vent. So I'm going to need to move the vent and do the labels first. So let's just delete the vent. Boom. Oh, those things make noise. That's what that noise was. That will change the size of our label back to what it was before. But I noticed something else. I've already picked the color. Not all labels take color. The numbers do. This one here doesn't. This one here does. This one here doesn't, for example, right? Now, I've noticed there's this red decal here. We could shrink this and rotate it a bunch of times in the same spot. You know, if we go something like this to the size we want, approximately, and go like that, rotate it. That might be big enough. We could rotate it a few more times, and you can see it gets a bit of a flicker. We might get some dimensionality from doing that. But let's not put 4 labels on top of each other. I found something else. Maybe we can do this with 2. Yeah, these take color, these new labels here, and this one here takes color seemingly very well. So let's try this real quick and see if this works. If not, we'll go back to the numbers and we'll try that. So we need a basically a square of red. It can be a circle because we only really need the circle, but we want to put this in, and if we rotate it like that, that's not exactly right, is it? Is it? Yeah, that is perfectly even. Okay. Rotate again, and rotate again. So there's a square. That might be a bit big. That might be a little bit big. We'll find out in a moment. We'll go to interior. Here's the fan. Now, oh hey, these decals do not stick up onto the black parts of, how do I want that vent? Facing down? Yeah, facing down. So that is big enough, but I think I might actually prefer just the straight flat red that we had from the numbers over there. Let's put this in and take a peek. Yeah, we get a little bit of the textured, a little bit too much of the biohazard symbol. Okay, so let's delete the fan, which will take the labels with it. And let's go back to decals and let's put the numbers in instead. I'm going to select the number, go back to the fan real quick. I want to take a peek at the size I'd like these numbers to be because that's helpful. Okay, I got a mental image of the size. Now I'm going to shrink this down a little bit more maybe. That should be good. Now I can just start stacking these like crazy, but let's try to get a little bit better coverage than that. Doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. We might have to move over a bit to move that glare. Yeah, that's helpful. And is that even? No, that's nowhere close to even. Let's put one more in here then. Like this. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is all getting covered up, hopefully. Good enough. Good enough. It's a bit too low for my taste, but we're going to cover it up. Like that. Let's rotate those slats to face down and get this nice and centered. Perfect enough. Good enough, not perfect. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. A nice flat color behind there makes it look like it's an open void. The added texture just didn't work out. All right, what other greebling have I done? That's the miniatures, or the modeling term when people are making model miniatures or Lego. Adding in a little bits and bobs to make it look more lived in and real. So lots of stuff added, lots of greebling stuff added here to this room. None of it does anything, it just looks a bit cool. I've noticed that I'm missing a label. When I went to color these, what I was going to do with this panel over here was put in the chef label, the decal. The one that you can see here, if we go back in the build camera and we zoom in on this, look at that. The geck with the chef hat. I don't have that. I have the fingers, making the gourmet noise, but I don't have the chef hat. Is that not a decal we can get? I could have sworn we could get that one, but it's not in my list. So we might go check that out later. That's a different one than from the other side. I wanted to have these not too symmetrical, but they start off identical because we have the vent and the weapon thing as the first two panels of the whole ship. All right, that's it. That's all the changes I've made to this. Everything else is pretty much the same. The upstairs is still just the glitch decorations, and I don't think I've increased the numbers of those anything significantly. So I've made a change here, so I'm going to save it. Cover your ears because we're taking this freighter base terminus to a base and it's going to be very loud. So 1 second and here we go. Kapow! My ears. All right, wasn't too bad, I guess. So the platinum press is finally finished. I've got all of these storage silos in and hooked up. I did have to move them in towards the middle of the room, but that gave me a lot more room for the windows to show up. And turns out I didn't really need to get an excessive amount of large refiners in there because the only real recipe with gold, silver, and platinum is to make nanites. So if you want to produce nanites here, you can, because there are large refiners. But really, I just wanted the ability to make platinum because you can't farm platinum anywhere in the game, but you can farm gold and silver, and combining them makes platinum. So if I run out of platinum, I can make it. So here we are in the middle. I've turned the light to be red. I've also glitched in one of these robots to be accompanying the light upside down, so he just keeps an eye on things. We have the gold and silver over here. How much we got? 7,000 about of each? 7,000 and 7,500, I think, right? Yeah. And that's because one of the hotspots, probably gold, because we're getting more, is going to be like a B class, and the other one's a C class. So the same number of silos is, or a different number of silos. Ooh, maybe this one is the B class and this one is the C class, because we might have put in more extractors to get the same production per hour. Let's take a peek. Let's see what the production per hour is here. Can we take a peek? It's going to tell us that. 1,485 per hour. Okay, cool. What about silver? 1,485 versus something similar, 1,490. Yeah, that's what I did here. I wanted to get them as close as I could to be the same amount per hour, even though it's not the same amount. And that's just because, I don't know. I don't know why I did that, but I did it. All right, yeah, that's the interior. As you can see, the walls are all back in. There's a couple of decals and things and monitors put in all over the place. A locker here. I felt that sealed up the gap pretty nicely there. Yeah, lots of stuff. Medium refiners, that's the bread and butter here. We don't really need the large ones. There is a large one even between these storage silos here behind the portal. So we can use those. We could, let's show that recipe actually. Let's, actually I've got all of that on me. We don't have to go into the storage silo to grab stuff. Let's see. I would like, well, let's just do this, the nanite version, right? Put some of that in. Yeah, you will need more than, see, for platinum by itself, that also makes nanites, but you need 35 to turn into 1 nanite. If we put in gold, that doesn't do anything, but if we also add in silver, there it is, we get a much better ratio, 25 to 1, plus 15 of each of these. So that's actually a way, way, way worse ratio, in my opinion. But, it's better than that, I guess. I don't know. While you're making nanites, you could be using the medium refiners to make more platinum, and then you could just have platinum running. I don't know. This isn't a huge, this is permadeath, so we don't have the most massive amount of space. And if we put this away, the recipe will change from nanites over to platinum. Boom. So 1-to-1 ratio, these equal one of these. One of each of these equals one of these. So we actually do need 2 materials here to equal 1 platinum. But that's okay. That's a pretty good compromise for not being able to farm it anywhere. Yeah, I also put in these lights here, even though I do have this light up here lighting up the center of the room very well. It does get very dark here at night around the edges, and I wanted each of these refiners to have some sort of, indication of this is where I am. So we have 3 large refiners and 2 medium refiners. All of them will function as medium refiners, so we can do just straight up platinum in each of them. We have the things off in the distance there for, I think, silver is in that direction. Yes, gold is on the, don't freeze game. Okay, thank you. Gold is on the landing pad side. Underneath, what have we got going on underneath? We can see these now, unfortunately. I still have the wires here, so I can add more storage silos if I want by Blender glitching another storage silo on and then adjacency glitching more into the stack. But I felt 6 of each was good enough for now. 7,000 gold, 7,500 gold, 7,000 silver, more than enough for permadeath with small stack sizes. These ones are a little bit lower than the last ones that we were going to get in before I had the snafu, which deleted the floor, which I deleted the wall, and then I couldn't put the floor or wall back in, whatever. These are a bit lower than that, unfortunately. So they do show through the floor, and we don't get the wire connectors, or sorry, the feet inside the room. But I actually think that saves a little bit of footprint on the inside, if you see what I mean. We can walk here without fear of tripping over a foot of the storage supply depot. So what was the other thing? Oh yes, and those all come up in here. There we go. We've got the supply pipes on that corner, and that's apparently far enough away that we've got different ones that close together. Over here on the landing pad, I have put in one of these decorations that lets you see this galaxy symbol, and I thought that was sort of neat to be encompassing the call starship beacon port. And of course over here we've got the classic navigation data. We just got 2 from that one container. That's awesome. I think this one also has navigation data. Yeah, just 1 there. That's okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, while it's daytime, let's go take a peek at the gold, because it's been a while since we were over here to look at these, and they show up pretty nice at the day if the game doesn't crash. Oh, it's going to thump pretty loud. Maybe what we can do is get over here and use build camera to get in close. And then that way the camera shouldn't shake, just these. Yeah, see, that's working. We got nice gold reflecty pattern on there, and those are blendered together nicely facing opposite directions, so you don't get those weird things off the back, and you still get the little gap here so you can see the pistons pumping. And I've pumped them into a roof tile here, so we don't have to see the bottom connector ports or any of that stuff. And that's exactly the same thing I did with the silver on the other side, on the other end of the base. Yeah, not too bad, I think. I like it. I don't know that we've ever shown off the power here, but I can't even remember if it's anything special. It'll be over in this direction. Let's recharge that life support while we're here. That's not life support. That's life support. Yeah, we got oxygen. Let's use that. It would be nice if this was a low gravity planet. We have an observatory over there, which is cool. Part of the base area, so there's an extra landing site not too far away. If you come here with a friend and only have the 1 landing pad. Hey, what's that doing there? Boom, I'm glad we came out here. Base part saved. Yeah, same thing I did. Okay, cool. I've merged a bunch of them into the same spot. We didn't need to rotate these ones, and I put them into a metal roof tile. I like that with the solar panels on it. I think it looks pretty cool. Let you get your colors on it too, because metal seems to take coloring pretty well, and textures. If we wanted textures, we could have put textures on that roof tile. But I thought this planet didn't get too rusty. Doesn't look like it has much of an atmosphere. Not too much moisture. So no rust texture on this base. Nice pristine concrete and metal. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks great. Especially with that giant planet in the background. Boop. Yeah, I am pretty happy with that. We have the expedition banner on the top now. Another change that has been made since the last time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. No colors on this one. This is just the default white color. I guess we could change this. Although white gives it a nice look because it's very reflective gold, and the white gives it a bit of a silver. We could maybe change that to a gray and see what that changes it to. Let's get in close here. Let's not delete it. There we go. Let's pick a color. Let's go to this gray. That's a bit of a lighter gray. Yeah, that just changes the middle color becomes this part here, the black. And if we go back up and make it red, what happens? Oh no, it doesn't. It's always black with an overlay of that color. And if we change it back to white, what do we get with the gold? You know what? I think I do like it this gray. We could do stuff like funky stuff like purple, and that does not actually change the color of the label. Okay, good to know. What about that one? No. Let's go back to the light gray. I like that. There you go. Silver and gold at the platinum press. Yeah, I am pretty happy with this base as is. Everything is fixed. All of the walls are back in. This little balcony walkway. These stick through a little bit, which is fine. I am perfectly happy with that. The large refiners, that is. The medium refiners, they do not stick through the windows. Here they are. they touch them. I could have moved these in a little bit more so that they do not touch or go through the window, but I wanted as much footprint inside the base as possible. It got really cramped having a bunch of large refiners in here that close to you, and it blocked out more of the other windows. Moving these in further, when you're standing here, you lose a little bit of this window and a little bit of that window. You don't want it closer to you. The perspective just cuts away more of the window. And I want as much natural light as possible in here. Just because. Yeah, we got the robot arms, we got the monitors, we got lots of greebling in this base as well, just like on the freighter. These things open. I probably should have used that because look, I put a little label on this one. I probably should have used the other kind of locker in here because when we open it, the label does not open with it. So I'm going to leave that one closed. Maybe I'll delete the label on there or switch the locker for the other type. But maybe not. All right, well, we got a little bit of extra time. Let's. We don't need to call the starship in. We've got it right here with us. Let's make a save. I don't think we changed anything in this space, but it's just a habit to be in. Let's take off and look at this star system. I feel like there is one more planet that we could put a base on here that is sort of nice. Maybe that's this star system, maybe it's not. I know that this is the star system that has our gamma and our ammonia. Right, toxic fumes over there. We've got, ammonia, starbulb, cactus, fecium, and selenium. And over at gamma runes, we've got uranium and, what's ML? Mold? Fungal mold? Fungal mold and selenium, yes. Haha, how did I remember that? Why do I remember things like that, not important real life stuff? I think that's a dead planet over there. Let's take a peek. All of these should be discovered. So yeah, airless planet. I shouldn't need to hit scan. I should just need to find them. Metallic. Yeah, no, we just left a metallic planet. We don't need Dr. Banjo over there. Space station is close to that one though. Corrosive planet. That's the fungal mold. Right. Gamma planet over there. Where's the other one? There's another. Oh, it's behind this one. There's a moon over there. All right, well, we're going to have to check the discoveries then, aren't we? Oh, it's got aggressive sentinels, but it is a lush planet. We could take a look, just take a quick peek at how pretty it might be and whether or not we want to put a base on there just because it's a pretty planet with aggressive sentinels. It's not too bad of an idea to have a base on a planet with aggressive sentinels. If you ever get hunt sentinel missions, you might want to have a place to head to. You can set it up for defensive structures and have places to dodge and hide behind their laser beams and all that jazz. Something to think about. I generally don't do that, but I could. It is something to think about. I'm thinking about it right now. We'll see. There's a lot of other bases I still want to build first. Oh, looks like we also get storms on this moon. That's a shame. Is it activated copper or something like that? It's activated indium. We're in a blue star system. Okay, cool. Let's head over to it. Let's just get a little bit of a closer look. We might get to see the atmosphere in a non-storm. And is it in the rings? How close to the rings are we here? If we're not in the rings, okay, let's go in the atmosphere. Whoa. Oh, freighter's got in the way. And yeah, that was enough in the atmosphere. Perfect. Yeah, we are not actually in the rings here. We're just exceptionally close. The atmosphere is in the rings, but I don't think the surface of the planet is. Oh, perfect timing. Storm's clearing. Great news. Okay. Oh, we have bubbles here. Wow, look how close those rings are. Do they hit the planet? Yeah, they sort of do. Okay, that's unfortunate. If they were just a little bit further up off the top of the planet, we would get one of those effects of having that as our sky all the way across this area of the planet. All right, orange skies. Nah, nothing to write home about. I mean, it is. It's a very interesting planet. Very pretty. I love the red grass, but these orange skies, aggressive sentinels, um, storms. Nah, nah. I mean, I don't have an activated indium mine. But you know what? I do have 2 bases on planets in the system which have activated indium. Toxic fumes, activated indium, boom, and gamma runes, activated indium. So I could probably just find a hotspot near one of my bases already and add to it if I want activated indium. That would require quite a bit more storage silos though. So, and a lot of running around finding space for that stuff. So, yeah, I seem to be happy making my money, which, you know, I still haven't spent a dime of because it keeps coming in from frigate missions. I can't spend my money. I shouldn't have never gone maximum. What I'm gonna have to do is probably scrap one of my 6 ships, look for a new ship. You know what? That's something maybe we could do. Let's take a warp. Let's warp back to the home instead of taking a teleporter. Let's use our ships for once. Here we are, Isentome. And let's go to the freighter and take a look at our ships, because I saw a ship on the coordinates exchange that is really cool. It's a really hot looking fighter, and I wouldn't mind grabbing that on a save. And it's red and black, or red and gunmetal, and I thought that would fit okay over here. I might get it. Oh, oof, cool. Haven't done one of these since like yesterday, right? Yeah, I might get it on the other Permadeath save actually, but yeah, I do want to look at my ships on all my saves, so see where I can lose a ship, because I know that all my saves currently have 6 ships. Every single one of them except my expedition save, which obviously I am going to delete to play the next expedition, which for all I know has started by the time you're watching this video. It might come out this week. The last time an expedition ended, the new one began within 2 or 3 days of it ending. So yeah, we could already be playing a new expedition. Expedition number 3 might be out. Who knows? Not me. Where's the pirate? Target? Escape possible. Yeah, I don't want to escape. I want to get the pirate. Okay, I think I'm targeted on... No, I'm targeted on this guy here. Well, you know what? I'm probably just going to warp away or something, or land on my frigate and see if that solves this issue. I can't land? Is he over here? Is this where the pirate is? Target. No? Oh, well, that's frustrating. It said escape possible. Can I land on this one? No. Okay, well, if I keep flying around, maybe he'll fly out of the middle of the ship or wherever he's hiding. I should probably just land on the space station and make a save, right? Right? I'll look at my ships off camera. I can fly to my base. But we're pretty close to the space station, I think. Yeah, it's right there. You know what? I could also go to the anomaly, which is right there. Let's do that. Take a peek. I'm fairly certain that I am caught up on my Quicksilver missions. But while we're here, why not take a peek? I'm obviously not going to do a full mission, but I am going to take a peek, see how many fortune cookie symbols I got left. I think none, but maybe one has regenerated since the last time I was playing this morning. Nope, I am all caught up. At least my quick glimpse. Yeah, quick glimpse told me accurately. I have no more missions available at the Nexus. Oh, well, that could be why. This whole time I haven't been connected to online discovery services. And we've done a bunch of warping and all that jazz. Maybe if I connect back to discovery services, I will get a mission. What is our mission? Meh. That would not take me very long because I am in orbit above my home base, and I could land and add just a few base parts to it and then delete them and be done the mission. But yeah, no. If it's not for Quicksilver, it's not a priority for me right now, or if it's not for a good reward. That was just nanites and life support gel, and I've got quite a bit of life support gel, over 100 life support gel, and I'm mostly using my oxygen anyway because I'm not always all the way out of life support. In fact, life support especially, I prefer oxygen because I do not like to run below 30% life support. When I see the suit lady tell me you're at 35% life support, I pump some oxygen into that. Shields, I let shields run pretty low. Hazard shields I let deplete all the way because they start deleting from your hazard protection after that. You've got a little bit of a buffer. You're not taking direct damage, basically. Okay, well, we did our base tours. We saw the completed freighter. We saw the completed platinum press. I have another base to build on that resort planet with the purple grass and the bubbles and the bright blue water. The cottage base, the resort. I don't know if that's going to be the next one because I also have some more minerals I would like to farm. I would like to find a planet. I'm going to have to go, maybe that's what we'll do next time. We'll go hunting for planets because there's a bunch of planets I would like to find. But the one I really want to put a base on is a volcanic planet that offers both basalt and pyrite. And I know volcanic planets can offer those, but I don't know if the combination of both of them at the same planet is possible. So we're going to go looking for that. And I don't even know what basalt is for, but I know that you can get it with mineral extractors from volcanic worlds, and I want to set up a base to do that for whenever they do give us something to use basalt for. I'll have droves of it, right? A treasure trove of basalt for whatever it is. All right, well, until next time, everyone, have a good time.